Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special Sunday afternoon session where I'm coming back on to finish the donations I did not get to in this morning's sessions, and also all the free readings. I didn't get to any of the free readings this morning, and I know that happens quite a bit these days, but I am so grateful and appreciative of your guys' patience as I get to those, um, because I do earn my living from the donations, and so I am so grateful for those. But I also love giving back to my community. That's why I come back on, and I love to complete the readings for everyone that is not able to give donations for the free readings. So a big thank you, and thank you for all the thumbs up that you give the video. It does help spread the Zen love. You're part of the love tsunami, and I'm so grateful for all of you who are subscribers, all of my monthly YouTube channel members, all of you who make donations, all of you that purchase my other um, stuff that I offer too, which are all listed in the description box and on the main page of my bredazen.com website. And of course, to my wonderful host who allows me to live here in her basement for free as her gift to the world, as she says. So blessings, and thank you guys so much. Gonna switch up, excuse me, to using these craft cards tarot, which are they're the standard Rider Waite, but they're a different color. I like the coloration of them. So we're going to switch up and use those for this time. I have a couple of donations, which I'll start with first, and then I'll move into the all the free readings. After I'm done, I'll have a list of the order in which the readings were completed so that you can find your reading easily as well. So that's what we're going to do. Excuse me. Try A to get a little phlegmy. Had some delicious cheesecake dip that my host, she had a game night last night and she made them this cheesecake dip. Oh my God, it's so good. I could like OD on it. All right. So let's start. So I do have Infinity. I have a donation, one from you, and then also your free question. I'm going to combine those together so that you don't have to go on a hunt for those. So we'll do your second donation that you had done, and then your free reading. And then Supernova, you have 2 donations and a free one. So I will also do the same for you here in a moment. And then that'll be it for the donations. Then I will go into the free reading. So let's jump in. So Infinity, thank you so much for allowing an individual to go ahead of you in your in the lives so that they were able to have theirs done there as well. All right. Sorry, let me take a sip here. I got like a frog in here now. All right. So you want to know if moving funding, moving fund, so funding for your move is going to be approved this week. Is your move going to work out? All right, let's take a look here. So for this week, right? What's this one here too? All right. All right. All right. Well, you got the bottom of the deck here. You've got the King of Swords, which is about looking at things a little differently, right? They're the ones that roll over the sword suit, plus they get a second portion of swords. So they're the masters of thinking. Well, I feel like with all of these cards on the bottom of the deck, I feel like everything works out good here because you've got the Chariot, which is a victory and movement card. You got the Wheel of Fortune, which is even your human is happy with the outcome. But with the King of Swords, and then you have the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords, you got all this thinking and looking at things from a higher perspective that comes in. and the Ace of Cups with all of this. So when you look at all these on the bottom of the deck, it's just like this story of changing perspective a little bit with the mind, and it feels like it's fortunate. It feels like things and flow and things are more in alignment here. So I don't I kind of feel like your move is going to work out. I don't know if this week, if it's approved this week, I feel like whatever happens, that it ends up where it feels like, "Oh, okay, I see why it happened, and it worked out even better for me," if that makes sense. Because you got the Hanged Man and the Nine of Cups came out together, which is a little bit of a delay, but it's like the transformation and transition with the Hanged Man to the Nine of Cups, which is like dreams come true. And then you also got the Hermit card, which is, being with yourself, and the Six of Swords, which is a movement card from choppy waters to calmer waters. And then also the Queen of Wands and the Strength card, which is about communing and communicating with your higher self and your spiritual posse. And that, things, it's like where you focus your energy, things are going to flow here. So with all of this, it kind of feels like something changes. Like you don't get it this next week, but because of the delay, it it's better. It's like, oh wow, this is so much better for me, if that makes sense. So I feel like your move is going to work out. It just may not work out the way you originally thought it was, but it ends up working out better. So if that's what comes in, I know. Yeah. So that's what they have there. Sorry for clearing my throat. I didn't mean to do that so close to the mic. I was focused on putting the cards back in the deck and then just hacking up. So sorry about that. But that's what's coming in there for you, Infinity. So it feels positive, the Wheel of Fortune, focusing on that. But even in the Nine of Cups, it's like it's worth the whatever change happens. You can look at it in a different way and go, oh, wow, this is like perfect. So I like that. All right. So that was for your donation. And then your free reading, you wanted to know, are you going to get your special crystal back at some point? Or is it gone forever? All right, let's take a look here. Tell us about the crystal here. All right. Shall it return? Well, you got the giving and receiving, and the Four of Cups is something being offered to you here. I almost feel like that crystal is gone, but I feel like you're going to be offered something else. That's what both of these, see if I can show you here. Well, I mean, obviously you see this being gifted, and then this, they're also gifting. So I feel like you're going to be given a new crystal um, to replace it. And it's going to be something special that comes in with that there for you there. So that is what they have for that, Infinity. I feel like the other one, it's wherever it went, it had its journey to go on. But I do feel you're being offered something else that's going to feel special to you instead. So there you go. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So there we have it. So many blessings to you, Infinity. Again, thank you for your multiple donations and your generosity earlier. Again, and letting someone move ahead of you so that they could get their reading done before the end. So there you go. All right. Thank you. All right. And then Nova, Supernova. All right. So your first number 7, and thank you for your multiple donations earlier. You just blow me away with your generosity. Thank you. And you want to know, what do your spirit guides want you to know? You have no idea what to ask. They want to let you know what you need to know. I'm I'm guided here to these moon, Queen of the Moon Oracle. I feel like you're going to get one of those water ones too, but we'll see what your other question is, because I feel like they're also wanting that, but they wanted this one first for this reading. You got Queen of the Moon Oracle. So, what do your spirit guides want you to know right now? So, you have here, got the Hunter Moon and Abundance coming in here. Just want to kind of go in a little closer here so you can see this. There it is. Holding the fox, and there's kitties and raccoons and bunny rabbits and one of those hogs with the teeth and a deer and a squirrel. So many animals. And it's card 38. So let's take a look here and see what we have with abundance. So they want you to know, take advantage of this time of abundance. It's all around you. Possibility and opportunity are everywhere, and you are open and responsive to the abundance around you. There is enough for everyone. The little affirmation that comes with this is, I am abundant and I am surrounded by opportunity. So the hunter moon is the traditional moon of plenty. It was when game was at its most plentiful so the people would not go hungry. The moon was large and bright in the sky, and in some cases deep orange. There was a great deal of light to go hunting well into the evening. Our ancient ancestors couldn't just go off to the supermarket to buy what they needed to eat. Meat didn't come on trays wrapped in plastic. Eggs were gathered, warm clothing was made from the skins of some animals, and I'm sorry, from the same animals that were hunted for meat. Nothing was wasted. This abundance was part of a cycle, just like any other. It wasn't present all the time. So, this time of year was to be taken advantage of while the going was good. The barrenness of winter would soon return. Hunters had to be prepared. They had to have their weapons ready and their tracking skills honed. As modern people were less used to these natural cycles of plenty and barrenness because most of us have stepped away from growing food and the natural environment. However, these cycles are still there, even if we're not part of them consciously. The moon normally rises, or this moon normally rises in October in the northern hemisphere, and so was before the winter snows. Of course, you're in the southern hemisphere. But this cycles, and I feel like they're telling you here, because you're in the middle of winter right now, or a month into winter, so you have a couple more months before spring comes in your part of the world. But I feel like they're saying that if you feel this, barrenness now, that there's this harvest that will come in spring. And I love the companion stone for this is citrine. So if that resonates with you as well, if you have some citrine, put it somewhere prominent so it reminds you of the coming spring and of the fruit that is coming your way. So I like that for you. So that is what they want you to know, that there will be plenty, and even if you feel a barren at times, with abundance and things, that it is, you have plenty for now, and then there will be more coming in. You know, I think a fly is saying hi to you again. The other one is gone. It met its untimely death. It wasn't quick enough, but or it was a different one I got because it was a smaller one. So I think your friend fly, is back because I saw a little boot, and I'm like, there they are. So say hello to your little friend. That's funny. All right. And if your question number 8 is, what do spirit guides want you to know about your dreams and the importance of it, and what your inner heart has to do with it. So let's take a look here. I feel like we are going to pull from these water alchemy oracle, and let's see what they are saying here about your dreams and the importance of it, and what your inner heart has to do with it. All right. Ooh. What is this? But I'm so sorry. So you got the moon card. I mean, all about the emotion in moon, but if you look at here, it's like this emotion, water, making out with a water being. I'm like, what is this? Well, we will soon find out. Let's see what they bring in here with card 38. And weren't didn't you just get card 38? Yes, that card was 38 too that you just got with the harvest moon. I don't know if you can say here up here at the top. It was card 38. So you got 38 twice. Interesting. So sorry. So this card is called Wholeness Unity. It says throughout human history, the moon has been synonymous with water. It helps govern the tides, can impact women's menstrual cycles, and depending on which phase it is in, it can also affect our emotions. That's funny that you got the harvest full moon and then the moon card. This is not where the moon's magical watery connection ends. According to scientists, water has been discovered in craters on the sunlit side of the moon, despite it having no atmosphere. And some scientists even believe a tiny percentage of the moon's water may have come from Earth. Ooh, interesting, right? So the message is the love you seek is within. The ultimate marriage is the union of the holy masculine and feminine, which exists within us all. Make a loving commitment to yourself to live in bliss and receive the gift of true love. Now, the picture of the card, it shows earth and water are represented as man and women entwined in a loving embrace. They're emerging from a moonlit pool. It ripples from the shape of a labyrinth, and the moon arcs through its phases and is portrayed as the yin yang symbol, which drips down into the pool, joining heaven and earth. Behind the man, I'm sorry. It's just phlegmy today. I'm so sorry. Earth and water are represented as man and women in a race, right? I said that. Blah, 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 blah. Behind the man, a woman's hand emerges from the waters, holding aloft a gold and silver sword. So there's that silver sword. Resting on the bank beside the woman, we see an ornate gold and silver chalice. Standing stones and a burial mound proudly protrude. Elsewhere, a white hare and a male and female deer are grazing, just like that other card. We had so many animals on it. The frame is decorated with symbols of pagan festival of Beltane, such as antlers, roses, the green man, a colorful maypole, and the Celtic knot of unity and Holy Trinity. Their overall message that comes with this is be like the moon. Be determined to fall in love with all parts of yourself and your life. Honor your dual nature and invite your shadow into the light. When you're able to fully embrace all parts of yourself, you are more capable of seeing the best in others and attracting the relationships and partners that are right for you. Wow. So, the importance of your dreams is that you really, because of your all this moon energy that you're getting, is about coming comfortable and embracing all parts of yourself, embracing all emotion as real and acceptable. There's no wrong, there's no right emotion, there's just perfect emotion that we all feel in each moment. And I feel like part of your dreams and the importance of it is that you show people and humans that there's no wrong emotion. And instead of trying to suppress and reject emotion, it's important to flow through it and transform it, right? And now I feel like that's what your heart has to do with it because your heart is the source of all these emotions. And it's the powerful thing that allows you this transformation, the embracing of both the divine feminine and divine masculine within you, the acceptance of all parts of you, the shadow and the bright light. So I feel like that's an important piece of all this that comes in here, and this is what they wanted you to know about all that. Card 38 and 38, it's all intertwined, because that's why you got the same card twice, both of those messages. And even your free question, when you ask, how does your human feel towards your dreams, towards music? And that's an important piece of all this, because your human is the one that's feeling the lower vibrational emotion, and it's so much important part of who you are. And it's it's scared. Part of your humanity, of course, is your inner child. It doesn't like change. It's like, that's a scary road down there, I don't want to do that. But the majority of your human is to that point of, I can't stand, already in your life you can't stand being someone you're not, which is so refreshing, and such a big part of your dream and your music too, is that embracing of who you really are, the expression of who you really are. And in doing that, you help other people accept that as well. And so it's so much looking at your music and where you're heading. It's like, it's that's the only way. It's like, I've got to do this, or I don't want to do anything at all, you know. And when you have that kind of commitment, especially at 18, 19 years old, you're like, that's the perfect time, because you're not tied down with relationships and children and a job that you're committed to rising to the top in a, a career and stuff. You're like, you're like, I'm all in for this, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to have it done. I don't have to ask permission of anyone. I'm not responsible for anyone except for your cat, and they're all on board. So I love that for you. So that's what's coming in for you right now, Nova. And again, thank you for all of your donations. I really appreciate all those. So many blessings to you. All right. So thank you, guys. We are diving in here next for the free readings. Let me just move some of these over into the center ring, and we will get started on these here. All right. So up first, we've got Ateshi Singh. So Ateshi, hello, hello. You want some more characteristics like zodiac personality traits of your future spouse. All right. So let's take a look here. All right. So the zodiac, we have cups, so water. So they are a water sign. So either, of course, what are the water signs? Cancer sign, right? Scorpio and Pisces. So someone who, at least their sun sign is water, which means that they have connection to a lot of emotion, which is good. And because I feel like you really desire a lot of emotional connection. You want them to be able to express it, and whereas I feel like an air sign would be too in their head, where you're like, I don't care what you think about me, I want to know how you feel about me. And so this person will be able to do that. I like it. Another one of their personality traits we got is the 10 of Wands, which is a hard worker, someone who really puts a lot of effort in, a lot of energy to achieve. But they also, one of the big lessons that comes with the 10 of Wands is, where do you invest your energy and how, right? And so they know, they have this understanding that they've developed through their life of the difference between important and urgent and unimportant. And then the important and non-urgent, they understand life has three buckets. And they understand that you are important and urgent, and you go in the first bucket. The other stuff can wait, and that they can balance things out, and they know how to successfully manage a lot of things, because they know the importance of things, and the true importance of things, and the true urgency of things. So I like that. And that's what they have for you, Ateshi. So hopefully that helps. A little more tidbits there. And then Starfall, you are up next. So, what is coming in love next month for you? Let's take a look here. What did the spirit have for you regarding love? Ooh, look, you're getting married next month. I'm just kidding. But it might be a wedding, a gathering, some sort of celebration that you're invited to, and I would go to it, Starfall, because I feel like that is where you meet. The Three of Pentacles is about, though, you being true to your authentic self when you go. Don't try to be who you think everyone wants you to be. It's, let's say it's a wedding you get invited to, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're supposed to wear this and that, and blah blah blah," and you're like, "Oh, but I want to wear this." What is it called? It's the tie-dye, but I wanna wear this tie-dye dress, and I wanna do my hair up, and I wanna have rainbow flowers, and it's a rainbow tie-dye dress, and it's not like, like in my head, they're showing it's not like a hippie one where it looks like a rag or anything like that, when they're really cool and just chilling. This is like a unique like tie-dye dress that it's like a dress that you've tie-dyed or something, and but not that this is they're just showing me like this is what it is. It's like you're expressing yourself uniquely and going, "You know what? I'm gonna wear what I wanna wear. I'm invited, I'm gonna wear it. I don't care what people think." And it's because of what you dressing or being unique and being yourself, your true self, your authentic self, that's what attracts someone. Otherwise, you just blend in with everything else that's going on. But this you stand out at this place, and this is what draws them to you. So I like that for you, Starfall. So that's a possibility for you for next month is meeting the wah wah wah, your next relationship. So I like it. So there you go. Many blessings. Right. And then Mini Heal, you're up next. Let me take a sip here. And you'd like a general for August. All right. And be sure to check out the August monthlies that are out. In fact, what I'll do here too, let me just grab it real quick here. August monthlies. I'll put this next to your name down in the comments. So you'll see that there. It'll have August monthlies, and here is I'll just shorten it here. There you go. So that is where it'll be. So you can check that out if you haven't already. And we'll see what else they want you to know here for you for the month of August. All right. All right. Missy, you got two major arcana come in. So there is this significant ending of something with this tower card. And what this does with this tower card is it removes things out of your way to make space for something that's more in alignment here with your higher self. This is your higher self calling your human to this new place. So it's blasting away some things to make space for something that's more fitting and to clear your path to allow you to go in this direction that's more in alignment with your higher self. So that can be relationships of any kind, jobs of any kind, moving, whatever. But it's that you're going to have these significant, at least one significant change, if not more, in the month of August. That's clearing the way, bringing the space for you to be in more in alignment with your high heart and what it truly desires. So while the tower tells us whatever unfolds in our life does happen for us, it's not happening to us. Which when the tower's burning down, it can be hard to go, this is for me. We might be feeling like, why is this happening to me? But after the tower's burnt down, then the insurance guy comes and says, you had great insurance on that tower. In fact, you're not just getting a tower rebuilt, you have four towers and a castle because that was part of a whole structure that was insured. This final phase with this burning down allows this full new updated, upgraded castle to be built. And you're like, what? Had I known this while it was burning down, I would have been okay with it burning down. In fact, I might have set it on fire years ago. But this is happening for you. So just trust with that there. And definitely check out your August monthly. And if there's a specific area of your life in the beginning, the there's also like a little I think it is in the monthlies. I do a little a little print screen or a little screenshot that has the planets and what each one rolls over, so that if you're like, I want to know about love, then where's my Venus sign in? Oh, it's in Capricorn. I'm going to go watch the Capricorn reading, and that's going to be all about love. I'm going to apply that to the love, and you can glean a lot that way, but it has that too if you want even more details about what's happening in your life in August. So that's what they have for you, Mini Heels. So many blessings. All right. And then Nelia Maderos, you are up, and this is your free reading. What does the month of August look like for you? Let's take a look here. And thank you for all of your donations as well. I really appreciate you. So what does the month of August look like for you? Oh, and then what's funny that you both asked for August. So right in when you're looking at the description box of the video, you'll see right above you is Minihil. I put the August monthly link. Make sure to check out that if you haven't already as well. All right. So let's take a look here. What else do they want you to know about the month of August? All right. So you do have here, now the Four of Pentacles is like a card for me that represents home. I don't know why these are choosing not to focus, but we'll just put it back here. But so the Four of Pentacles is home and structure, and the Eight of Cups is about leaving behind emotions that no longer serve. If you're looking at making a move physically, I feel that the month of August is going to show some, with it being the Eight of Cups, I feel like there is this change of home, this change of feelings about what home is and ideas of where you're wanting to move to. They are walking away from that to the Nine of Cups, which is like a dream come true. So I do feel like you get clarity in the month of August about where you're wanting to move and what you're wanting to do and head off to with these two cards. And it is clearing out both emotions too about what home was, that there's some stuff you can let go of that will clear things up. And I feel like that's part of what allows release, because sometimes in our life we kind of are kept in place for us because we ask, don't let me leave that situation or experience until I've released these things, because if I don't release it, I'll take it with me. It's like getting rid of stuff before you move, but you're getting rid of emotional things before you move, so you don't take it with your emotional U-Haul. It's not going to take up space in there. And so I like that for you. And I feel like that's a big piece of August for you coming in there. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Kritika Malhotra. Hi, hi, hi. Hello, hello, hello. You are up. So reading for the rest of July. Absolutely. And I'm assuming you've already taken a look at your July monthlies, but just in case, I'm going to throw that link next to your name. I did it for August for some others, so you might see theirs. But I'm going to put July next to your name down in the comments. And so you can check that out if that resonates. If you haven't checked it out yet. All right. So let's take a look. What else? Whoa, what else do they want you to know for the month of? Almost bent a card. Wow. What's going on there? So for the month of July here. All right. It looks like here you do have like I wouldn't say that it has to be romantic, but you do have emotion that's being offered here in the next 2 weeks. And ish, right? We're at the 21st. So what, July has 31 days, I think. So we've got about 10 days left. But this Six of Cups is like past life connection. So I feel like you bump into someone where you just feel this deep connection that just feels otherworldly because it's other lifely. You've had other lifetimes together. And when you meet them, you just feel immediate comfort, familiarity, connection with them. And you're just like, what is this? I don't know. What is this? What is this? But then you'll be like, oh, this is that. This is who this is. It's like bumping into a best friend you haven't seen in a long time. And it could be that you bump into someone that you haven't seen in a long time. And because you're not who you were then, you're more aware of like, oh, there's this connection here I didn't realize was there before. Because you're more aware, you're more connected to your Akashic records through your heart and your subconscious into that, where the our connection to the Akashic records exists. And because of that, you recognize this and you're able to go, oh, you. So I like that for you. And you might even dream about past lifetime or something with them after you meet them. But I just feel like there's more to the story for you in this person. But I don't necessarily feel like it's romantic. I just feel like there's this deep connection that you're like, wow, I'm we were meant to bump back into each other just to understand each other more, understand life more. And it could be that if you guys are willing, that you want to hang out with each other, going forward too. But I don't know if it's necessarily romantic. It's just they keep on saying that. So it's like almost like best friend bumping into a best friend that feels more like a brother or sister kind of energy. So that's what they have for you for here the rest of July here, Kritika. So many blessings to you. And then Brittany, you are up. What's coming towards Dwight and you in your relationship? You're in contact. All right. Let's take a look here. So what's Spirit wants you to know here about your contact or connection. Okay. And that one. Okay. All right. Well, it does look like there's this birthing of things. If you don't want children, I would be very careful. Empress is birthing of things. She's usually pregnant. Ace of Pentacles looks like you're handed something, a new birthing, a new opportunity coming here in the outside world. But I'm like, if you don't want a baby, be very, very careful if you are able to have children. But this is about birthing and sensuality, and it does feel like things grow and it feels very positive, like things do move forward and progress, but it's without expectation and without limitation. It feels very free flowing and growth and so it feels it feels very positive. So that's what they have. I don't have anything else to add to that. So I feel like things do move forward here, and evidently there's going to be some romance because otherwise they wouldn't tell you to be careful if you don't want to have children. All right, so that's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings. And then Irresistible Smile, you are up. So are Reggie and you going to be together? Let's take a look here. Based on current energies, all right, I guess these are your cards here that came out here. Well, you got 4 major arcana that came flying out here. And I mean, I feel like there is great possibilities that are here because you do have, let me see here. These kind of have a little bit of nudity on them, which YouTube sometimes doesn't appreciate. So we've got the Star card, which is like dreams come true, and the Wheel of Fortune, 2 very fortunate cards. And when I say there's possibilities is because when you get the magician card with the devil card, and this is about manifestation, but the devil card is about needing to let go of some expectations, some supposed to be, should be's, need to be's, have to be's, because that tells us that there's this energy of caging of a heart. And if we're caged and we're trying to cage someone else and they don't want to be caged, or vice versa, or both, we we resist, and then that sucks the life out of a relationship. And so you don't um, get together because of the battling. It's like trying to, if you ever have a cat or seen where someone's trying to put a cat in a cat carrier, all four legs are there going, "Meow, no, it doesn't want to go in." And that's kind of what happens when we have expectations and we have this long list that we've been having ourselves under, because that's what we're taught growing up, right? But it's questioning those, letting those go, and then focusing on who someone is being rather than who someone's not being. Because if we focus our energy on who someone's not being, that just pushes them away. When we focus on the grateful things that we have about someone, even telling them what we're grateful, and not focusing and telling them who they're not being, then they grow and we draw together instead of repel one another. So in these four major arcana, I feel like this is an important um, relationship that you guys have, where you learn a lot about this together, and you realize I'm either going to. I don't feel like it's fate. You don't think like you guys have a fated relationship where it's going to happen regardless. I feel like this is an optional relationship that you guys chose for this lifetime, and you're going to see, are we going to make it happen or not? It's still open. It's not fated, otherwise they tell me it's fated. It's just a matter of time. This is, you get to decide, are you going to let all that stuff go and draw together, or are you going to go yeah, 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 into each other and repel each other from each other's lives, right? So it's kind of like focusing your energy on the wonderful things that you guys are to one another. And I like that. So that's what's coming in there for you. So many blessings. And then motivation, you are up. So what's good coming your way through the end of the month? Absolutely. And you're very welcome. Oh, I'm glad it hit really deep. Beautiful. Glad that Spirit's messages. That's what I love what I'm doing. I learned so much myself personally with the messages that come through. But I love hearing when it helps others too. So thank you for sharing that motivation. And let's see what's good is coming your way by the end of this month. Oh, right here. All right. Wow, look at this. So you have the Two of Pentacles, which is a beautiful balancing of things in the outside world. And I know some might say, that's a good thing. That's a, why would you want to tell me about a good thing about balance? But when we've had ups and downs and all sorts of crazy stuff happening in our world, balance, we love to hear that, right? And the Nine of Pentacles, there is this, the nine is the hermit's journey, the pentacles is the outside world. And so this does tell me that you end up spending some quality time by yourself, but there on your hand is the hawk or a bird, and it's represents spirit. And so you are in this wonderful place of feeling you're alone, but you're not lonely. And you just feel the presence of spirit in a deeper way during this time. But that's why I love there's this beautiful cycle of balance that comes in. And you just feel like, oh, I'm just kind of riding the wave. I'm in this wonderful spot of in betweens. And it just feels like you're in the eye of a storm where it's calm. You can see the storm raging around you, but you're in this beautiful spot of peace. And I just feel like you're feeling like a giant hug from spirit and the creator as well. And it just feels like a wonderful, blissful place to be. Peace, a peace, like they say in Christianity in the Bible. I think it says the peace that surpasses all understanding. Like, I don't understand. I can't even comprehend this feeling that I have, but I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to sit in it and be in it. So I like that for you. Right? So that's what they have for you, motivation. So many blessings to you. And Doll Face Diva, you are up. And you want messages from Spirit. All right. What does Spirit have here for you? All right. Well, you definitely have Wands energy coming in. You got both the page and the knight. It's an interesting thing. Now, pages are who help knights, and they actually can be in training to become knights. And I like this because what I'm coming through with this is a progression that you're moving up in your energy, upgrade in your energy, but how you're applying your energy and the seeking and use of your energy, it's like you're taking it to a new level and you're realizing that what I manifest um, comes from what I focus on. So wherever my energy, wherever my focus goes, my energy flows. And I feel like with a lot of this, you have a lot of energy, a lot of things that happen. The Knight of Wands is the horse on fire. It's the fastest moving. So there's a lot of energy movement that's happening here. And I feel like, did we get a message here? I know a few people did the last couple of days about your planets are in alignment where with whatever you focus on comes fast. It's like normally lower vibrational things make their way to us slower than higher vibrational speeds things up. But I feel like everything is being sped up to where, the higher vibrational things come in at ludicrous speed, light speed, and lower vibrational things come in much faster than they normally have had come in the past as well. So I like that for you. It's being aware of where you're focusing your energy because I feel like you have a couple weeks of just this energy that's just wow, So that's what's coming in there for you. Maybe it's the Leo energy is igniting things for you, and this Lion's Gate. All of this is just enhancing your manifestation abilities. So definitely keep an eye out on those things. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings to you. And then Carmel Damon 24. What's going to happen with your connection with LP? All right. So based on current energy, let's see what's coming through here. Connection with LP. All right. Well, it does feel like you guys go separate ways here. At first, when I got the Page of Cups, I was going, thinking my human me was thinking, oh, I wonder if your guys are going to take love to a new level. And then they're like, nope, you are going to find new love. They are going to find new desire. Page of Wands, see how they're like back to back almost? It's like you guys head off in different directions. You are like, wow, you find someone that just connects with your heart emotions. You're like, what is this? And then LP, I feel like they focus and they're like, ooh la la, who dat? And psst, you both go off and you're like, oh, bye. I don't feel like neither of you are butthurt about it at all because it's like, no, 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 I understand. Bye. Because you're just like, oh my gosh, this person I met is just like, it's like they're in Technicolor and LP's in like black and white to you, but this other person's just like, what? And so I just feel like there's this, you know, kind of falling away from each other. But like I said, both of you guys, sorry, there's something in my eye. Um, both of you guys are just like, wow. And it's okay. So I like that for you, Carmel. It's like, all right, I'm good with that because if it's someone that makes you feel that way, they got to be kind of impressive, right? All right. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then Lara, you are up. Will you get a new job soon in a place where you feel happy? All right. Let's see here. What does Spirit have here for you? All right. This one. So what do we got? What do we got here? All right. you know, um, it definitely is possible here. You have the 9 of Wands, and you can see this 9 of Wands, see how they have, like, this, bandage on their head? It means they've been trying to get through this wall, doing the same thing, but getting the same result, a sore head, right? And the 3 of Pentacles is about you being true to the authentic you and, creativity, and it is this about letting go of fears of what people will think, if you don't do what like, if you don't get the job or do a job or do things that, you feel people want you to do, you fear punishment and what people will think or losing someone's support, doing the right thing, doing the responsible thing. But this is like it feels like there's a creative job that's coming up. But this 9 of Wands, it's important to realize that wherever you go, there you are. And it's not this is a hard one, I know because I've lived it. It's not the place that's making you unhappy. It's your thoughts about a place or a person or a situation that make us unhappy, not the thing itself. Life just is, but it's our stories that make us unhappy. And we can truly be happy in any situation if we get rid of our thoughts of unhappiness about a situation. And what I mean by that is like our expectations. Well, this is how they're supposed to treat me. This is what they're supposed to do. This is what they're not supposed to do. This is what they should do. Blah blah blah. We get all this stuff growing up. And then when our mind battles reality, it loses, but only 100% of the time, right? So when things don't out there don't match up to the stuff we've been told in here, convinced of what the small t truth is, then that's where our disappointment comes in. That's where our pain and suffering come in because our mind is battling with reality and it always loses, and that doesn't feel good. That makes us unhappy. But when we look at a situation and we look at it from a higher point of view, from the capital T truths rooted in unconditional love, we can look at a situation differently and go, oh, okay. So this is not personal. This is for me. They're not doing stuff to me. I'm experiencing things for me to trigger me so that my triggers are triggered and I know that they're there below the surface running and I can transform them. That doesn't mean that you're going to be stuck in, a bad place, a place that doesn't align with your desires and that. I do feel like there's a creative place that leads, but if you don't deal with this mirror of this job, I said it earlier today, the little monkey with sharp teeth on your shoulder, you're trying to get rid of that monkey, but it's chained to your neck. It follows you wherever you go until you release it. And it's releasing this monkey that's on your shoulder so it can go live in the jungle and you can move on to something that is more in alignment with you. They're free of that monkey. Otherwise, the monkey is just going to go with you and it's going to throw poo no matter where you go. That's so funny. Your guides are funny. But so that's what's coming in there. So it's the faster that you look at, okay, what are my fears? What am I fearing? Because that's really what happens. Every moment's either of unconditional love or fear. So unhappiness is a fear-based emotion. So what am I fearing about this job? You know, and then when we get to the root of that, we almost get to a point where we're okay with where we work. Like, huh, now that I've transformed this and the monkey's gone, this place isn't as bad as I thought. But that doesn't mean you have to stay there. You're just like, oh, so no, I'm not running away from something. It changes to I'm being drawn to something new. I could stay where I'm at, but I want to go do that instead. So you see the change in the difference of energy there. Um, so that's what they have for you, Laura. Hopefully that helps, right? Many blessings to you. All right. So Madam Bird, you are up next. So let me just move over some more of these free readings here and hang in there, everybody. We just got a couple handfuls left. Just moving these over into my working area. so I can see them. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Literally two handfuls after Madam Bird. All right, hello, dear. How are you? And you're so welcome for your previous readings there. And love messages for the rest of this summer. Oh wow, these two cards came flying out for you. Ready? And what I see here, you've got this little journey that's happening here. So the 3 of Cups represents like community. It's like almost like there's two other besties, best friends, where you're 3 peas in a pod. You all get each other so well, and these are like best friends that will be in your life forever. If you don't have them now, this is who's coming in these next 3 months for you here, or 2 months really, because we're a month into summer, right? So, and the importance of this building block for you towards relationships is also the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords regarding love is that you're letting go of a lot of past supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, must. They're not dead, they're exhausted. They're looking away at the sun rising there in the distance. You say, oh, they're looking over here. There's the sun, that's sunrise. And so they're looking at the hope, the horizon, the thing that's coming. And the 10 of Swords is this, I'm just sick and tired of trying to please everyone and having all these expectations, because expectations equal disappointment. So the more expectations I have, the more disappointment I have. So I'm like cutting these things down. There's a, you know, crazy birds, you know, expectation sale. All expectations must go. And I like this because these the building blocks of meeting these two other individuals, all of you hold each other accountable in very best friendy types of ways. Like, you're finding love and you're like, ah, and then your besties are like, show up at your door and you're like, what is this? They're like, it's an intervention. You're ignoring us, you're shrinking, you're pulling back like you normally do. So you must have met someone and you're like, oh. And they're like, so we're here for an intervention, you need to stop it. And you're like, okay, 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 okay. Thank you. And so they, in a loving way, you all hold each other accountable on the things of the behaviors, the fear-based behaviors that you've done in the past. You guys help keep each other in check, which allows you, instead of shrinking back into a low vibrational relationship, you guys are helping each other maintain a higher vibration. So you guys draw in higher vibration relationships. And there's this love between you. It's like sisterly, brotherly love, whatever it may be. And they're like, um, you know, a source of, I always feel loved. When you have best friends that love you in this kind of unconditional way, you always have this confidence that I will always feel love. I'll never be alone the rest of my life. And sometimes you're like, I'll never be alone the rest of my life. But most of the time, it's a happy thing. And I like this for you because it just feels very um, supported. And of course, at times we do want to have intimate relationships, and that's why we want something. But no one will replace these two best friends that you'll have the rest of your life together. And I like that. And so that's such an important piece of your journey. Right? So that's what they have for you, Madam Bird. Bud. So many blessings. All right. Much love. All right. And Karina, you are up next. When will you get out of this depression I'm in? All right. Yeah. You're not alone in that, so hang in there. Know that you're not weird. Or if you're Aquarius, you are weird and you take that as a compliment like I do. But let's take a look here. Yeah, you have some choices to make here. You do have a rebirth. It does happen here. One of the things, um, when we live in the past, then that's where we experience depression. When we live in the future, that's where we experience anxiety. Coming back to the right here, right now, is where we have a wonderful place of peace, right? You have the Empress, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself, giving to yourself, releasing the past, releasing a lot of things. And the Empress, she like runs naked through the forest. Not that I'm telling you to do that. Don't please don't get arrested. But she runs naked through the forest, right? And number three Empress is right before the Emperor number four and Hierophant number five. Emperor, when you put the Empress in this kind of situation, there's like a story that unfolds of the Empress is Mother Nature. She's free, flowing. Again, I don't care about your rules of society, which is the Emperor. They're like, if we're going to be in a kingdom living close, there's some rules we're going to have, and there's these rules of society. And then the Hierophant is a spiritual leader, and like, if we're all going to practice this spirituality together, we have to have some rules, and so there's more rules. But the Empress is like free from all that, but it's the rules that bring us down because all these rules, the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, these rules of society and rules of organized spirituality are what make judge ourselves as unworthy, and we have all that the past that we're connected to. But that's where this freedom comes in, where you nurture yourself and you set yourself free, your creativity flows. So allowing creativity to be expressed, whether you it's like you haven't allowed yourself to create, you haven't allowed yourself to paint or play music or do pottery, whatever it is that you love to create, drawing, working out in a garden, whatever it is creation means for you, that helps, right? Because you're creating and you're doing it uniquely. And the Two of Wands too tells us that whatever we focus on grows the most, right? And so when we're experiencing lower vibrational enough and we're like, all right, there's no wrong emotion, there's no right emotion, there's just different emotional choices or energetic choices with different results. And we always have a choice of higher vibration, which is connected to gratitude, unconditional love, and joy and laughter and peace, right? Or lower vibration, which is rooted in fear, which is depression and um, well, it impacts depression. Sometimes depression is chemical. We have a certain amount of that can happen in the human. But as we change our energy, that can also change our bodies, right? But if I focus in on the lower vibrational things, like things I hate, things I fear, things I miss, things I want, it pushes things away. It draws in those things we don't want to draw in. But when we start a gratitude journal, even if it's just starting off writing one thing a day that I love and I'm grateful for in my life, whether it's whatever it is, and try not to repeat it and try it for 30 days. I did that once. It was life changing for me. In fact, after I hit the 30th day, I loved what it had already changed in my life and my view of life, that I continued to do it for almost 5 months, um, not repeating a single thing that I was grateful for. Sometimes it's just like, I'm grateful. Like, I look around in look around you and go, okay, I'm grateful I have electricity. Good. That's good. Some third world countries don't, or they have a fixed amount of time where it's not consistent. All right. And then it's like, well, I'm grateful I have air conditioning and heating. Grateful I have windows. It keeps the bugs out, keeps the coolness or the warmth in. All right. And then, oh, I'm glad I have internet. I'm glad that I have a phone. I'm glad that I have something to drink. We can so much to be grateful for when we change that. And if you want to change it faster, you can even use your phone and put a little, like on your phone, a silent vibrating alarm. Gratitude for every waking hour. Bring me back to gratitude, because it's so much of the world. There's so much fear out there. It's a fear amusement park. There's a lot of opportunities for fear. We come down here to experience it. So there's a lot of opportunities for it. But when I'm tired of it, I have this reminder every hour. This is what I did to come back to gratitude, come back to breathing. So there's a lot of great breathing exercises, and there's a lot of you know, um, different ways into raise our energy to gratitude. I have a podcast from chaos to cozy. And I almost killed myself when I was 22 because of the chaos in my life. And so I understand the deep depths of chaos and fear. And in that podcast, we talk about things on how we can move from the chaos more into cozy. So if that's all free, if you want to check that out, the link is in the description box of the video. But laughter, the power of laughter is one of the more recent superpowers we talked about. And that's part of that joy. And when we focus on laughing, that is higher vibrational energy. And whatever we focus on the most is what we grow. So hopefully that helps. But it's going to take you, it's not just going to happen. It's going to take you choosing, I've had enough of this. Be gentle with yourself. Don't beat yourself up going, oh, I should never been depressed. No, you came down to experience it, but sounds like you've had enough. You're like, okay, I liked chocolate ice cream, but when I had it every day for 15 years, I kind of want a different flavor, right? And it's okay. You're wanting to change flavors, and that's good. So, that's neither good nor bad. It's just like, all right, that's, what we do when we get tired of something, we change it, but we don't change it until we're truly tired of it, right? So I like that because I feel you are ready. All right, Karina. Hopefully that helps. Many blessings, my dear. All right. And Sean G. Hello, hello. So your question, where will your finances be in December? Going off current energy. All right, let's take a look here and see. Based on current energy. All right. Looks like in December you really overcome this battle, this inner conflict between your head and your heart, and you head off on this new journey. The Fool's card, it's the brand new, leaving old things behind, this new adventure. It's the Fool card is like a very bright card. It feels like you're heading off into this, new part of your life where you don't feel restricted and trapped in this. So I feel like you have overcome this battle between what your head feels has to happen and what your heart knows is the capital T truth, and you're off on this adventure feeling free and open, and that, so it feels like it's very positive for you. I feel like your expectations and beliefs around finances change between now and then, and you have this freedom and this beautiful feeling with it. Very positive energy though. So I like what I'm feeling from it. And they're being vague about, abundance and this and that, because I feel like you change your mindset around different things, and your circumstances change where you look at the world differently by then, right? So that's what's coming in for you right now. So many blessings to you. If you're in the United States, who knows what's going to be happening in December after elections this year? We could all be running for the borders for all we know. But I'm just kidding. No fear. No fear. It's going to all unfold perfectly for us, right? So, anyway, but so hang in there, my dear. Many blessings to you. Right, and then we have Hardik Diman. Hello, hello. What will happen with you and Prachi? Prachi? Is that how you say their name? Let's take a look here. So based on current energies, what will happen between the two of you? All right. All right. There is this opportunity here, the Ace of Pentacles, of some abundance and an opportunity of progression and the beginning of something in the outside world together. The Seven of Wands, though, is about, all these people are attacking this person, right? And this is about, it requires you kind of both, I feel, to, it's like the sun. It doesn't ask permission to shine. It doesn't dim its light for anyone. It's like, here I am, it's me, and I'm going to stand on this hill and I'm going to be me. There's no need to defend. I'm going to be me and I'm going to shine and I'm going to do this. And I feel like if you will let your true authentic selves shine, that you guys have this opportunity to be together and to move forward together. But if you dim your light, if you feel like you can't be who you are, then it doesn't. Because I feel like it's this boldness, this confidence of, I got to be me and I'm going to be me and this is who I am and this is how I feel about you and what I'd like and da 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 da. Then it's like, wow, but if it's shy and shallow and dimming and you're, like you said, you're shrinking yourself, then so it's important for you to go, this is what I want and who I am and sharing that and shining bright and not letting anyone stop you. And then they're like, wow, and they really like that. So hopefully that makes sense. That's what's coming in for you, Hardik. So many blessings to you. And then VD Jalan, it's you. Hello, hello. Good to see you. So, a general regarding love for the month of August. Absolutely. And make sure to check out August's monthlies too. They'll actually be linked up in by Minihil. If you look at all the list, there's a link by Minihil's name for the monthlies. So be sure to check that out because we do cover emotions for your sign. And if you want to know about love, if you know where your Venus sign, even where your moon sign is, look at both of those, um, what zodiac sign those are in for additional information for August for those two. But in addition to that, let's see what else they want you to know. So there's a lot of opportunity for a lot of input and information, right? Let's see what we got here. Yeah, you do. You have the King of Pentacles. So there is this feeling of abundance and fullness in the month of August. And I feel like where that comes in, you also have this Five of Wands and the death here. It's like the death to the drama, the death to this. And it's like a transformation of this energy, this conflicting energy that you have within you. And there is this kind of fullness that comes in life when we're unsure and we're in this place of, I don't know, what do I want? When do I want it? Blah, blah, blah. We're like, there's a lot of this bubbling, conflicting energy. But when we decide on something or decide to let something go, either case, when it's like the indecision is what brings a lot of stress. And I feel like you make a decision in August and you feel full of life with all this. So it's either that you're just like, you know what, I don't care about love. I'm going to live my life. And when I find it, I find it. Here we go. My life feels full. And then you go live your passions. And in living your passions, you meet someone, right? That's also living their passion and doing, the same things that you enjoy too. And, or you decide this is who I want and this is what I want and you make movements towards it and they feel the same way. It's the kind of thing that will happen. But I feel like there is a finalization, there's a decision that's made in August, and then either way you feel like fullness of life with it, whichever route you go with it for now. But definitely look at those other your moon energy and your Venus energy to find out about love and your emotions in August. Some great details with those two. All right. So that's what they have for you, VD. So many blessings to you. And then Lynx Lee, you are up. So you want to know Raj's intentions towards you. Let's take a look here. Raj's intentions towards you. All right. What else? What else are their intentions towards you here? All right. What do we have here? Okay. Well, we have the Page of Cups. So their intentions here seem to be emotionally motivated here with the Page of Cups. So it seems like there's some romance and emotion there. One of the things that's troubling, not troubling, ooh, thunder. One of these that's keeping them back. That's what I was trying to say, not troubling, but um restricting of them acting on it and doing it is that Five of Pentacles, which is these beliefs of lack and falling short and being less than and being abandoned. And so these old emotions, these old feelings from earlier in their life. They're just like they have this fear of being rejected and not being enough and falling short and, like I said, being left behind. So they have these emotions, but their intentions are kind of muted and kind of restricted and held back because of this fear of abandonment, this fear that they experienced when they were younger. So they're just like, I don't know. I want to do this, but no. No. I want to, no. So their intentions are shaky and unstable because of that right now. So I feel like they would want to try to pursue love, but I feel like their beliefs about themselves are holding them back. So that's what's coming in, Linksley. I know, this human condition sometimes, I swear. All right. So that's what they have, Linksley. And then Angel Blessing, you want to know what is coming towards you. So what is coming towards you? All right. So there definitely is this balancing energy. You've got the Justice card, which has to do with mental clarity coming in, cutting away some expectations, some beliefs about supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's. And this Eight of Cups, because of that changing of mindset and that clarity coming in, the Eight of Cups does have this energy of, you know, cutting away the relationships that no longer, I don't want to say serve you, but you're realizing that you're investing a lot of energy into these. And because you think, well, I'm supposed to give 80, 90% all the time. And I don't deserve 50-50, something in here that's clarifying and clearing up. And you're going, I deserve equal giving and receiving. So there's a lot of stuff clicking in your head, in your belief system that's allowing your heart to go, yeah, and to back off on some relationships where you're given 80 and 90 all the time to 50. And then if they don't make up that other difference, then that relationship drifts away. And then you can just take it to zero and you get it all back. You get all this emotional energy back. And there's some that you're like, I don't need a testing ground. I'm taking it to zero right now. So there is this clarity coming in, and that's what's coming towards you is this purging of emotional energy because you're realizing a lot, and you're letting go of emotions that are stuffed down below, and then also relationships with people that is giving a lot of emotional energy coming back, and that does prepare you for love in the future, right? But it's if you don't have the storehouse of emotion to be able to give into a relationship or situation, whatever it is that your soul is wanting to save up this emotional energy for, if you don't do it, then it doesn't come in very quickly because it's like you don't have the resources. I'm not going to come in there. It's like until I know you can give me emotion, I'm not drawn to you. And so I like this underlying energy that's below the surface that allows you that to come in. So hopefully that makes sense, angel blessings, but that's what's coming towards you. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Patricia, hello, hello. So a general for the week. Let's take a look here. So what does Spirit want you to know? Take a sip here. I hear thunder out there. I think, oh, and there's some rain on the window. We might be getting some rain. Better hurry up. Hopefully I don't lose electricity. You're like, no, don't even say it. Don't even say it, Bretta Zen. So a general for the week. Well, it's a very interesting week for you because you got the Page of Pentacles, which means there's some new heightened opportunities that are coming your way. And available to you next week. Now, when you have these opportunities presented to you, what Spirit is saying with the Queen of Cups is trust your gut, trust your intuition, because she's very empathic. She not only rules the cups with the king, but all queens are given a second portion of cups. So she's the master of emotion, very empathic, very connected to spirit. And so when this opportunities open up, then trust your gut, trust that instinct, trust the heart and what to decide. Some things will look really good on paper, logic for our logical thinking brain pieces we got, but that doesn't mean that's what is best, right? Sometimes things on paper don't match it in reality, and so trust your heart, trust your gut, and these things that are unfolding next week for you. And that's what their advice for the week is, because I feel like you'll have some opportunities come up regarding that. So that's what's coming in for you, Patricia. So many blessings to you. And then content, you are up and you'd like a general for tomorrow. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about tomorrow? Tomorrow's only a day away. It's like Annie, right? The sun will come out. Don't worry, I'm not going to start singing. I've already planted it in your head. My job here is done. Let's take a look here. So what do they want you to know about tomorrow? All right. Yeah. So tomorrow there's this great opportunity coming in for birthing and newness and expression of creativity, but it does let um, I won't say it requires you to, because the Eight of Swords tells me that you've been looking at your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have been blinding you, making you feel trapped and restricted. And I feel like tomorrow is the day where you are putting that into practice. And because you're putting it into practice, some of these fears that would have held you back before, you're not letting it. You're like, you know what? I'm going to what do I have to lose? I'm going to go for it. And whatever this is tomorrow that needs decisions made or actions towards, it's like do it from your heart and step out of these small t truths of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts and these beliefs that are rooted in fear of rejection, fear of failure, and go, I'm going for it. And I get to decide what everything means. And I'm the only one that's held me back in the past. And here we go. And I like it. It's all about stepping forward, take chances, and believe in yourself, but choose for yourself with that Empress. That's Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So it's very important for you to nurture yourself and make decisions that are best for you. Everyone else is taking care of themselves. Make decisions best for you. All right. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then we have Tanya Hikes. Hello, hello. Yes, you asked for a reading. I didn't see a question, so we'll give you a general reading. Spirit knows what you're looking for here. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Nope, none of those. What does Spirit want you to know right now? For Tanya. All right. So you get 3 cards here. Yeah, so you have the Hermit card. So the Hermit card is about make sure to take time to yourself to step back and connect with Spirit. That's who's in the lantern guiding your way here. And so when you have choices to make, you have the Chariot card, which is the choice card. There is choices that are to be made, right? Um, and this is victory. This is movement, and it tells me, every moment we make a choice of what's going on in the world. Things in the world just happen, but we choose the story that we're putting to it. We're choosing the emotion we feel, the energy we put forward, and our physical action. We get to choose all that. No one makes me feel a certain way. No one makes me do anything. I'm choosing all of this because that's all happening in here and in here, right? But I love that when choices are to be made in the outside world for our physical actions, for different things of our desires and whatever, that the Hermit card being our higher self and the spiritual team and posse and the spirit world, we can ask them of our own free will, hey, can I get some clarity? I'm having trouble making a decision. Can you make it a no-brainer? And they'll give you something that's like, all right, that's it. I don't want that. I want that. They will help and bring that to you, and they'll give you clarity. I do feel like you have new opportunities that are coming your way here that are opening up. And it's both in abundance and new abundance and sustenance that comes your way, but it's also about this is looking at your self-worth and the way you look at life in a different way, and you're defining yourself inward and upward because of this relationship you have with spirit, rather than the retail price of the outside world where you're looking at your, that's retail, that's what you're worth to others, or you think that you're worth to others. But when you turn inward and upward, that's where you find your pricelessness, and that's where you start making different choices because you're no longer like desperate to define yourself or be validated by the outside world, and you're finding this fullness within you, and you're like, this is who I am. I don't care what you all say, I am this. You're like, wow. And it changes how you express yourself, and what you draw in, of course, to your life too. It changes the choices you make. So hopefully that makes sense, Tanya. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And then lastly, but not leastly, we've got Livier Vergara. Happy birthday to you. So Wednesday's your birthday. I'd like a message for this week. Absolutely. Down in the description box, I have right under your name, I have the Leo pick a card. So because you are a Leo, right? And there's a special 3-month bonus reading in those pick a cards for the Leo Sun Babies. So be sure to check that out for some additional messages, as well as the July monthly. If you haven't checked that out, that's also linked up in the list of names. You'll see August, and I put that link up there. So be sure to check that out as well. So let's take a look here, Olivier. And July's there's too, but August is going to be the majority of your energies coming up, right? As well as the Lionsgate pick a card. A lot of energy happening here in August. So let's take a look here. What do they want to give you for your birthday? What's your birthday reading? What do they want you to know here about this week? All right. Well, of course, we've got joy and celebration. So I think there's going to be a gathering of celebration. If you're not planning one, maybe someone's planning one for you. But I do feel like there's this celebration and gathering birthday, I'm assuming. Yeah, the Eight of Cups, which is about walking away from relationships and emotions um, that no longer serve you. So this is like this decision this week to go, you know what? I am the one always giving in this relationship, giving in this relationship all the time, like 90%. And I'm keeping these relationships alive. I'm backing off. And if they don't make up the difference, 50-50, I'm just going to let them drop away, and you gain all that back because you do have this Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion that's coming in here. And so I do feel like this week is like an alteration. You're looking at things, you're gaining clarity around your emotional life and what you're wanting to invest in, what you're not wanting to invest in. And it's okay, because part of all this I feel is preparing you for a relationship, because when all of our emotional energy is being invested in emotions we're keeping pushed down below the surface, and overgiving in all these different types of relationships, whether it is romantic or friends or family or workmates or schoolmates or whoever, I don't have a whole lot left to give to anyone else. And if I don't have that, then that energy is not going to draw in someone. When I have a vat of emotional energy that I can give, then I draw someone to give it to. So I feel like this is all part of preparing you for romance in the future, or if you're not interested in that, for an emotional venture that you invest in. But whatever this is, it's time for you to really evaluate, where am I investing my emotional energy, and making adjustments with that. So I like that for you, Olivier. So many blessings and happy birthday again to you. And that is what we have, everybody. So thank you so much for your patience in getting to these readings. I greatly appreciate that. When I'm done here in a momentito, I will post a comment in the description box of the video. not description box, the comments in the comments of video, a pinned comment is what I meant to say. Say it's what happens when you try to do two things at once. When you get a little older, sometimes you're not used to being on like, my corporate life like I used to be and doing 15 things at once. So I'm focusing now. But I will post a comment and pin it showing the order in which the readings were completed so you can find your reading much more quickly. So again, thank you for your patience, all the love, all the support, all the thumbs up. It really helps, and I'm so grateful. And so, till I see you guys again, I'll be back on Friday for free readings. I have a ton of content, free content on my main page. So be sure to check those out if you're looking for additional information. But I'll be back Friday morning for free readings. Until then, or if you're looking for a to purchase a reading, my relationship readings are still half off through today, but all of my other kind of personal readings and different offerings are listed below too, if you want to do any of those things. So, all right, so that's it. Many blessings, and remember every second of every day of your life that you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.